Every war or battle has an initial point where it starts, but in the case of the Mocro Maffia, this was a completely different story. This never started as a usual war, but instead was the result of many events that acted like a chain reaction in the Dutch Mafia. What events? You'll find that out in today's video. So, let's get started. The Netherlands has long been known for its liberal drug policies, including the decriminalization of cannabis use and possession. This has led to a thriving drug market, which has attracted criminal organizations from around the world, including the Mocro Maffia. The Dutch drug market is unique in that it is characterized by a high level of tolerance and regulation, with government-sanctioned cannabis cafes and a system of drug testing to ensure the safety and quality of drugs sold on the street. However, the illegal drug trade also flourishes in the Netherlands, with organized crime groups such as the Mocro Maffia playing a significant role in the distribution of drugs such as cocaine and ecstasy. The Mocro Maffia's involvement in the Dutch drug market has allowed it to amass significant profits and expand its territory. The group has been able to exploit the country's lax drug laws and take advantage of the high demand for drugs. As a result, the Mocro Maffia has become a major player in the Dutch criminal underworld, posing a significant threat to public safety and security. The Mocro Maffia is not the only criminal organization operating in the Netherlands, and it has faced challenges from several rival gangs over the years. One of the most prominent of these is the Crips gang, which has had a long-standing feud with the Mocro Maffia. The Crips gang, which originated in the United States, has a significant presence in the Netherlands and has been involved in various criminal activities, including drug trafficking and extortion. The group has been known to use extreme violence in its dealings with rival gangs, and its clashes with the Mocro Maffia have led to numerous deaths and injuries. Another rival of the Mocro Maffia is the Italian Mafia, which has a long history of involvement in organized crime in Europe. The Italian Mafia has been known to operate in the Netherlands, primarily in the areas of drug trafficking and money laundering. While the Mocro Maffia and the Italian Mafia have not engaged in direct conflict, they are believed to be in competition for control of the Dutch drug market. The Mocro Mafia's rivals pose a significant threat to the group's dominance in the criminal underworld, and their clashes have led to a wave of violence and instability in the Netherlands. Revenge killings have become a hallmark of the Mocro Mafia's violent tactics in response to the death or arrest of their members. The group is known for its ruthless approach to dealing with its rivals and has been involved in numerous acts of retaliatory violence. In some cases, the Mocro Maffia has been known to carry out targeted assassinations of rival gang members or their associates. These attacks are often carried out in public places and are intended to send a message to their enemies. The group has also been known to use explosives and other weapons to carry out its attacks, which has resulted in numerous casualties. In other instances, the Mocro Maffia has launched large-scale attacks on its rivals, such as the deadly shooting that took place at an Amsterdam cafe in 2016. The attack, which was carried out in retaliation for the killing of one of their members, left 2 innocent bystanders dead and several others injured. The Mocro Mafia's use of revenge killings has led to a cycle of violence in the Dutch criminal underworld, with rival gangs launching their own retaliatory attacks in response. The result has been a wave of bloodshed and chaos that has left many innocent people caught in the crossfire. Money plays a significant role in the drug war, and the profits generated by drug trafficking have fueled the conflict between the Mocro Maffia and its rivals. The group has been able to amass significant wealth through its involvement in the drug trade, which has allowed it to expand its territory and increase its power. The profits generated by drug trafficking have also enabled the Mocro Maffia to purchase sophisticated weapons and other resources, which has made them a formidable opponent in the Dutch criminal underworld. The group's success in the drug trade has also made it a target for other criminal organizations, who see the Mocro Maffia as a lucrative opportunity to expand their own operations. The pursuit of money has also contributed to the violent nature of the drug war. The Mocro Maffia has been known to use extreme violence to protect its drug empire and eliminate its rivals, with revenge killings and other acts of violence being carried out in the pursuit of profit. The drug war has played a significant role in the expansion of the Mocro Mafia's territory and control over the drug market. The group has been able to use violence and intimidation to expand its operations and eliminate its rivals, allowing it to gain control over more of the drug trade in the Netherlands. Through the use of violent tactics such as revenge killings and large-scale attacks, the Mocro Maffia has been able to establish a reputation as a powerful and ruthless criminal organization. This has allowed it to expand its influence in the Dutch criminal underworld and gain control over more of the drug market. The group's success in expanding its territory has also allowed it to increase its profits and resources, which has further strengthened its position in the drug trade. The Mocro Maffia has been able to use its wealth and power to attract new members and expand its operations, allowing it to continue its reign over the drug market in the Netherlands. Law enforcement agencies in the Netherlands have been actively working to curb the activities of the Mocro Maffia, but their efforts have been met with limited success. Despite several high-profile arrests and seizures, the group has continued to operate and expand its operations. One of the main challenges faced by law enforcement agencies is the secretive nature of the Mocro Maffia's operation. The group is known for its use of encryption and other sophisticated techniques to evade detection, making it difficult for law enforcement agencies to track their activities and gather evidence. Another challenge is the group's ability to bribe or intimidate witnesses and law enforcement officials. The Mocro Maffia has been known to use threats and violence to silence potential witnesses and prevent them from cooperating with law enforcement. In recent years, law enforcement agencies have stepped up their efforts to curb the activities of the Mocro Maffia. This has included the use of undercover operations, wiretaps, and other surveillance techniques to gather evidence against the group. Despite these efforts, the Mocro Maffia continues to operate and expand its operations in the Netherlands. The group's ability to evade detection and intimidate potential witnesses has made it a formidable opponent for law enforcement agencies, and the drug war shows no signs of coming to an end anytime soon. The drug war between the Mocro Maffia and its rivals has had a significant impact on the communities where it is taking place. The violence and instability created by the conflict have led to widespread fear and trauma among residents, particularly those who live in areas with high concentrations of drug activity. The drug trade has also contributed to the spread of addiction and other health issues, as users become trapped in a cycle of drug use and addiction. This has had a particularly devastating impact on vulnerable populations, such as young people and those living in poverty. Additionally, the drug trade has fueled other types of criminal activity, such as theft, robbery, and human trafficking. This has further contributed to the sense of insecurity and fear among residents, and has made it more difficult for law enforcement agencies to maintain control over the situation. The impact of the drug war on communities has been particularly acute in areas where there is high concentration of immigrants and minority populations. These communities are often disproportionately affected by the violence and instability created by the conflict, and are more likely to be targeted by criminal organizations. The drug war between the Mocro Maffia and its rivals has significant political implications for Dutch society. The conflict has highlighted the challenges faced by law enforcement agencies in controlling organized crime and has led to a debate about the effectiveness of current drug policies. Some politicians and policymakers have called for stricter drug laws and increased resources for law enforcement agencies to combat the drug trade. Others have advocated for a more liberal approach, including the legalization and regulation of drugs as a means of reducing violence and drug-related crime. The drug war has also raised concerns about social inequality and discrimination, as many of the communities affected by the conflict are immigrant and minority populations. Some have argued that addressing these underlying issues is essential to reducing the violence and instability created by the drug trade. Additionally, the drug war has highlighted the need for international cooperation and coordination in their fight against organized crime. The Mocro Maffia is known to have connections with other criminal organizations in Europe and beyond, making it difficult for Dutch law enforcement agencies to address the problem on their own. The future of the Mocro Maffia remains uncertain, as the group continues to operate despite efforts by law enforcement agencies to dismantle it. The conflict between the Mocro Maffia and its rivals shows no signs of abating, and the group's control over the drug trade in the Netherlands remains significant. However, recent arrests and successful prosecutions of key members of the Mocro Maffia have weakened the group's infrastructure and may make it more vulnerable to further law enforcement efforts. Additionally, the ongoing public pressure and political attention on the drug war may lead to increased resources and support for law enforcement agencies to address the problem. Some experts have also suggested that changing dynamics in the drug market, including the emergence of new drugs and changes in consumption patterns, may make the Mocro Maffia's current business model unsustainable in the long run. Thanks for watching this video on the bizarre reason why the Mocro Maffia started a drug war. We hope this has proved invaluable insight into the group's activities and their impacts on Dutch society. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content.